These are 5 blue-green cards that will always be good in every Simic commander deck forever.
Card number 1 is Planar Genesis, blue-green for an instant. Look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may put a land card from among them on the battlefield tapped. If you don't, put a card from among them into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order.
Couldn't find one of these in my bulk, so I opened packs of Horizons 3 until I hit one, and it took me 43 packs. It was a horrifying experience. I just posted the video of it. It's very similar to like Growth Spiral or Explore, but because it's a Horizons card, it's just pushed a little bit more, right? 2 mana, end of turn, you get to ramp at instant speed, and if not, it just digs you for a card.
Card number 2 is Oko, Thief of Crowns, blue-green 1 for a 4 loyalty planeswalker, +2 to create a food, +1 target artifact or creature loses all abilities and becomes a green elk creature with base power and toughness 3/3, -5, exchange control of target artifact or creature you control with target creature and opponent controls with power 3 or less.
Widely regarded as the greatest planeswalker of all time, banned in Modern, this card is bananas. It's absurd. This card is never not going to be good, and when you play against it for the first time, you will just be clearly reminded of how absurd the rates are on this card and how much better it is than basically anything else even remotely similar.
Number 3 is going to be Quandrix Command. I don't think every single command is good, but some of them are very playable, and I think this one's especially good in Commander. Blue-green 1 for an instant, choose 2, return target creature or planeswalker to its owner's hand, counter target artifact or enchantment spell, put 2+1/+1 counters on target creature, target player shovels up to 3 target cards from their graveyard into their library.
The counters are kind of irrelevant, but having this as a 3 mana counter an artifact or an enchantment spell is already just pretty decent. The fact that you can do that in response to removing cards from somebody's graveyard, that you also can bounce a token. There are some pretty expensive commanders that honestly bouncing them is just going to be pretty good sometimes. It's like a time walk in some situations. While this is intrinsically less powerful than other commands like Cryptic Command, the fact that it costs 3 in a game of Commander is going to get you pretty far. 2 cards left on this list. Quick reminder that I've done this for all of the mono colors and blue-red so far, and I plan to do it for all of the color combinations. So hit that follow button if you guys like this series.
Card number 4 is Tamio, Inquisitive Student, suited up in a Dragon Shield Perfect Fit, blue for a 0/3 legendary Moonfolk Wizard with flying. Whenever it attacks, investigate. When you draw your 3rd card in a turn, exile it, then return to the battlefield under your control. Flips into a green 2 loyalty planeswalker with +2 until your next turn. Whenever a creature attacks you or a planeswalker you control, it gets -1/-0 until end of turn. Return target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard to your hand. If it's a green card, add 1 mana of any color. And draw cards equal to half the number of cards in your library rounded up. You get an emblem with you have no maximum hand size.
Tamio is somewhat under the radar for most players because as a 1 mana 0 power creature that can attack and give you an advantage and a clue token every single turn, most games of Commander, people just ignore this card. CDH, they might see it coming, they might know that the card advantage is significant, but in most casual games, nobody's going to care. And the fact that the minus is just bonus for you if you ever need to get a spell back is just huge upside. If you are interested in any Dragon Shield products, they're the best in the game. There's a link in my bio, and if you use my name, Ben Bateman, lowercase, all one word, you get 5% off.
Finally, we're going Waterlog Grove, a land that can tap to add blue or green for 1 life, or you can pay 1 and sacrifice it to draw a card.
Fairly self-explanatory, never not going to be happy to see this card in my opening hand. It's just the optionality of being able to draw a card out of it. It just makes this card so much better than most other lands that would fit the slot. Even though you always lose life to activate it in Commander, who cares?
If you play any of these 5 cards, let me know below in the comments, and let me know which 2 color combination you want to see next.